Good evening. I hope this weekly eNews finds you well. Our conference minister, Sherry Pressman, wrote an article today that I encourage you to read about finding words of encouragement in light of everything that we have been experiencing in our country and in our city, from impeachment trials to Iowa caucuses to bipartisan politics to gun violence, coronavirus, all of it. There's a lot going on, and it's hard to see where God is in the midst of all of this. The scripture text for this Sunday is a continuation of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, where he talks about being salt and light, that we are salt and light. And that got me thinking about how much I love salt and how things can be rather salty at times. And I think we are in a very salty time, where it is hard to see light in the midst of what's taking place in our country and in our world. And yet I'm also mindful that even in the darkest of times, we can learn a great deal. Barbara Brown Taylor, in her book, Learning to Walk in the Darkness, she talks about how she needed to live and to learn about what it meant to live in the dark, and how much she needed the dark as much as she needed light. And I think that is really something we can lean into in these days, that in the midst of all of this, we can find little glimmers of joy. Someone smiles at us, someone says hello to us, someone holds a door open for us, someone genuinely asks the question, how are you today? I think we need to start thinking about how those are positive attributes of what kindness can look like, how humanity can treat one another, and how we can just be human by sharing those moments of great compassion. And we need to be reminded that compassion does exist. So when we gather as a church community, I think it is one way in which we can share that example that kindness and love do exist. And I think it's encouraging to know that kindness and compassion do exist, even in the midst of a salty time such as this. Actually, this gives salt a really bad name because I love salty things, but that's beside the point. It's a time in which we're trying to figure things out, and we are going to need both light and dark in order to figure out where we move forth together as faithful people. I hope that life is treating you well. I hope that you are able to find moments of pause and moments to smile. I even hope that you can find moments to laugh. God be with you, my friends, and God's peace and joy be upon you always. Hope to see you on Sunday. Take care.